Arthur C. Clarke famously said that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. And that's right. If we take modern technology back to the 17th century, they will look at our cell phones and our drones and they'll think we're magicians. But what is so different about AI and large language models is that AI is the first technology that is not just indistinguishable from magic for previous generations, it is indistinguishable from magic for us today, the inventors, because we don't understand why it has the qualities it does. So you may remember in 2022, there was a Google developer called Blake Lemone, and he got fired from Google because he came out publicly and he said, look, I'm working on these large language models and they are essentially self-aware. It's like talking to a 7-year-old child who just happens to understand physics, who will answer questions like, are you afraid? And of course, at the time, he seems like a crackpot. And yet, months later, ChatGPT is released and we see this crazy revolution. And what's so interesting about it, though, is that neural networks have been around since the 1960s. And yet, they really did very little for decades. For about 50 years, anyone who played with neural networks really got nothing out of them. It wasn't until AlexNet and a bunch of students in about 2012 actually found this great breakthrough that the very thing that no one was predicting was that if you had enough compute and you provided enough parameters, suddenly emerged the very technology that the Google developer thinks is self-aware. And so there's something fundamentally interesting in that, because AI is unique because of training itself. We are not training it. It's training itself. It's literally looking at videos of cats on YouTube and learning what a cat looks like, teaching itself. And there's this emergent property. And emergent is not just a word, it is a study that mathematicians make of complex systems, where they look at systems and they see all the different parts that come together under certain conditions and suddenly new qualities emerge. It's like saying, everyone knows water is made of H2O, of hydrogen and oxygen, but neither hydrogen nor oxygen are wet. Wetness is an emergent property when you put them together under the right conditions. The same with birds that flock in certain formations. None of those individual birds are controlling it, it happens. The same actually with human consciousness. It is an emergent property. And so what is so unique about AI, and what I think there is so much buzz about it, it is that this is the first technology in history that is indistinguishable from magic from the people who invented it.